Welcome into South Florida Daily. I'm Kate Monahan.
And I'm Megan Hayes. We have such a great show for you today. It is filled with exhibits and sporting events that are happening right here in our backyard over the next few weeks. So let's go ahead and get into all the fun.
We're here in Delray Beach getting an inside look at what you can expect this year at the Delray Beach Open.
You come for the tennis, but stay for the party. So we have unlimited food options, healthy, unhealthy, some of the best drinks around, some fun activities for the family, for people, so anything for everybody. So we have tacos, tequila, and tennis, presented by Danos Tequila, our tequila sponsor. Stoli Vodka is our official vodka. We have the Stoli Slice that they're creating. We have burgers, bourbon, and brew night. We have game set pour. So we have a lot of different parties, fun for everyone to come out and enjoy.
So tell me a little bit about the court. You said that there's some new features this year.
Yeah, so we have, as you can see, the court's being redone. We always resurface it, repaint it. So along the backdrops, north and south, we're actually doing all LED boards this year, and then east and west LED boards. So we do some really cool graphics we're working on right now for our sponsors and for the tournament. This could be fun. It's good.
And something else that's super unique, you can actually sit on the court.
Yes, we actually have best seats in the house, which you can sit on the court. We're actually the only tournament in the world that has a car on court. So BMW, our official sponsor, we have a car right on court where you can actually sit. You can't buy that, but you can sit in those seats. We put some sponsors in there. It's really fun.
And what can you tell non-traditional tennis fans that are looking for something fun to do, don't know that much about tennis, but would love to come out here and experience it?
Well, it's something different. If you've never experienced tennis, you really have to come see it up close and personal to see how fast these guys are hitting the ball and how amazing athletes they are. You really can't justify it watching them on tennis until you really come up close and personal. That's what we love about us. We're very intimate, and you can come right there and see them right in your face.
What do you want people to leave here feeling?
And there's so many things to do in South Florida. Why would you come here? Because it's something different. Experience the Avenue. We have all these bars, restaurants, everything on the Avenue. Come and stay in Delray and enjoy.
And it's so great. It's in our backyard in Delray Beach.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah?
Yeah, easy in, easy out.
So tell me a little bit about the cocktails that we can grab here.
A lot of drinks for everyone's fancy. So we have our tequila, Danos Tequila, a bunch of different tequila cocktails, Stoli cocktail, the official cocktail of the tournament, vodka. We have the Stoli Slice, fantastic, really. I mean, trying to drink just one, good luck. We have our wine company, Rayburn Winery, have all the different types of wine.
So there are a ton of sponsors here, a lot of different food from local places. Tell me more about that. What can we eat and drink here?
We have really great food on site and some fresh, wholesome, healthy, not so healthy,
yes.
Whatever for everybody. So one of our premier partners is Guacago. They're actually right here. They're actually opening up a new place in Delray as well, but amazing food. I mean, guacamole bowls. We also have That's Amore Pizzeria. We have a kitchen empanadas. We have our deli. We have our restaurant. We have the VIP lounge upstairs. I mean, there's really something for everyone.
It's a nice variety. Should we try some of them? So this is the Guacago you mentioned?
Yeah, so you can do a bowl with chicken, rice, guacamole, fresh guacamole. You can get your guacamole made fresh any way you want, with beans, without beans, garlic, all that stuff.
I'll try this one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, why not? Why not? This looks really good. It's delicious. Well, we can't wait to come out. Even if you're not a big tennis fan, it's perfect. It's a great social event for everyone.
Yeah, come and enjoy.
It's good to be a sports fan in the Palm Beaches. Did you know there are over 150 golf courses in the county? And year-round, you can access 47 miles of coastline for water sports like fishing, snorkeling, and scuba diving. And there's even one perfect week in February where 5 amazing spectator sports converge. It kicks off with the Delray Beach Open. Over 10 days, 60,000 fans descend on this beach town to see the best in tennis. Current competitors and fan favorites are both on site, and this is the only tournament in the world to feature the ATP Tour and the ATP Champions Tour players. I think you're going to love what we find inside.
I'm Mark Barron. I'm the tournament director for the Delray Beach Open. It's a place to be seen, and it's grown every year for the last 28 years. When you come to this event, it's a family event. It's really for all walks of life. We have Kids Day, so we have kids here all week long. People from out of the state and out of the country fly in. I mean, how can you beat it? This is Delray Beach in February. There's so many things to do when you're here. I mean, we have games to play, different food. It's a foodie kind of place also, if you're into foods. And there's specials in drinks and fruit drinks.
We're making the Delray Beach Open smash. We get a couple of basil leaves, about a 4.5 count, 5 count of gin. Gonna lightly muddle them to get the flavor out. A splash of lime juice and a splash of simple syrup. Bada boom. Bada bang.
The only tournament in the world that has a 10-day event starting with the Champions Tour, which are your former world-known players who've retired and are still playing on the Champions Tour, and that's a 3-day event. And during that 3 days, which is the opening weekend, you also have the qualifiers. I mean, we have a tournament for qualifiers where the last 4 get into the tournament. It's really one heck of a weekend to start the event. And then Monday starts the World Tour event. The big guys known from all over the world, the top players in the world. It's so exciting because after you're here, you can walk down Atlantic Avenue and go see the beach. I mean, how can you beat that? Tennis has really built this city as a base. If you walk Atlantic Avenue anytime during the year, you'll hear 10 to 20 different languages. And it's due to getting this event seen around the world.
As our perfect week of sports continues, we get back on the horse to check out the Winter Equestrian Festival. Billed as the world's largest and longest horse show, it has helped transform the Palm Beaches into the winter capital of the equestrian world. While the festival runs for 3 months, this week, Week 8 features Olympians, adult amateurs, and even kids competing in show jumping and hunter competitions. But the best part about this week, it's free. You just got done competing.
That's right.
And it went pretty well.
It did.
It's
It
very
went well.
exciting.
Yes, yes.
Tell me about the preparation for performing at this stage and you know.
Well, we're competing with the best of the best here. The national champions from all over the country are here. So you better be on the game face every day.
Right.
It's not easy to win here.
So a 12-week festival?
That's right. It's a marathon.
It is a marathon. That's a lot.
Yep.
Now,
Slow and steady, we try to go.
I want to talk about the relationship between you and the horse. You're using the same horse the whole time?
Different horses. So the
Okay.
horses rotate. They have their chiropractor, they have their
Oh, wow.
paddock, they have all of their relaxation time. So they get a little R&R. The riders and the trainers, we get Mondays. Mondays are sacred around here. That's our day off.
Gotcha. Now, do you get the same treatment? Do you get massages and
Oh, on
chiropractors?
Mondays I do.
You do?
Facials. Oh, yes.
that right?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, it's a
You
real
get a
treat for
facial
myself.
before?
No, I can't have wrinkles. Come on, we're in
Wow.
the sun so much.
That's a fantastic deal. I don't know any athletes that go, you know what, I'm going to get a facial on
gonna
Monday
stop and get
so
a
that I can
facial.
compete on Tuesday. Once a year here, right?
That's right.
Tell me about this festival as opposed to the other ones you go to. What does this one mean?
The weather is amazing
This is
here.
the granddaddy.
This is the place to
Yeah,
be.
this is
And
the one
they
to be.
also have wonderful course designers that set the jumps in the certain patterns.
Oh,
so you get exposure to different course designers every week. So you leave here really well tuned and trained, rider and horse.
That's interesting. Just like golf, you
different.
go to a different course, everything's kind of different.
That's right.
So when you get out to an event, is this the first time you're seeing the format? of
You check the
competition?
course chart in the morning.
Okay.
And then you study that, and usually whoever has to go first sort of paves the way.
So that's pressure
That
going for the
is.
first time.
Yep.
Kind of everybody gets to watch you make your mistakes and then they
But
correct
if you
them.
go really well and you set the standard
Pressure.
high, then everybody has to work to get that score.
Gotcha. Well, this is fascinating.
It's fun.
Michael D. Murphy. That is a power name right there. How did you get started?
I grew up in the business. My mom's a trainer. My brother's a trainer. My family's in racehorses and show jumping as well. So it's been something that's been in my life forever.
So you cheated.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I had an easy way in.
There's a lot going on here. It's huge.
Right.
You do two different types of styles, right?
Show jumping is, there's different formats, but the most generic format is there's a first round. You have to be within a time allowed that's set to
Okay.
jump the complete course without having any penalties, meaning knock a fence down.
Can't knock anything down.
Right? If you knock a rail down, it's 4 faults. And then depending if it's international or national classes, there's a time fault if you go over the time allowed.
Hunter competition. What is that?
Yeah, it's judged on the fluidness of the horse,
Okay.
the jumping, the style of the horse, the technique, but each judge has their own taste, so it's a little bit of subjectiveness to it.
So there's
but
more style involved, is this? Like,
style is more important. These 12 weeks matter.
this is it.
Don't forget to follow us on social at South FL Daily on Facebook and Instagram. We post giveaways, events, new restaurants, things to do, and more.
And if you want to find more stories like the ones you're seeing today on South Florida Daily, visit our website, southfldaily.com. We'll be right back.
The South Florida Daily set is sponsored by El Dorado Furniture.
Welcome back into South Florida Daily. It is no secret that one of the biggest equestrian events in the world happens right here in our backyard. Of course, we're talking about the Winter Equestrian Festival.
I spoke with local equestrian Missy Sullivan and why it's important to insure your horse. We're here in Wellington today, and I'm here with Missy Sullivan. She is director of the equine division at Flagler Insurance. Missy, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell me about equine insurance.
Flagler Insurance has multiple divisions. I head up the equine division, which I have a fabulous team, I have to say, behind me. And we're based in Palm Beach on the island and entrenched in the equine world, and it doesn't get any bigger than here in Wellington. I've been doing insurance for 30 years.
And you're also a rider too.
And I've been riding for longer than that. I started riding down here in Wellington in 1980 when this all began, and actually this venue right here didn't even exist. It was across the street. So yeah, I've been a professional as an insurance person for 30 years. I've been a rider, doing the 100 jumpers for more than that, riding on the A circuit, been in the top 10 in the country in my division. I am super lucky that I have married my career with my passion. As an insurance professional, my technical skills are super sharp, I will say that, because of my commercial background. Because of my riding experience, I know that side of the fence and knows what happens as a professional, as a trainer, as an amateur. I know every single nuance that needs to be insured. I'm super involved in my clients' lives, and I do advise them on what they should and should not have.
And if someone's new and is getting equine insurance for the first time, what is it so important to look for? What can you offer that some other insurance companies might not?
Non-owned auto liability. A lot of people don't think about that as the agent. As an insured, you wouldn't know about that unless your agent told you. So non-owned auto liability is a super important coverage, not expensive, and if you don't have it, it's a big gap in a potential exposure that wouldn't be insured.
And can you elaborate a little bit more about that in terms of if someone's a new horse owner, what that means exactly?
So that would be for liability as a horse person or as a trainer. As on the mortality side, as a horse owner, the mortality is what covers the horses. So you kind of want to talk about how much coverage do I really need? What value or what limit should I really insure my horse for? It's a new horse, and you have a good conversation about that. You really have to know what you're talking about on a very, very technical level to properly have that conversation with your insured.
The clients that you have, how involved are you with the choices that they make?
My biggest thing is having the conversation multiple times a year, not just here you go, Mr. Insured, and then that's it. It's on auto renew and you don't really touch it, you don't talk to them, you don't see them. That's how there's gaps in coverage, because things change throughout the year, and unless your agent stays in touch with you and is involved in your life, they're not going to know that, because an insured's not going to think, well, I did this or I did that. Oh, I didn't tell my insurance agent.
Exactly. And it's a live animal, the horses and everything. So you really build a relationship with your clients.
Oh yeah, I'm super involved in all their lives. I'm truly their advocate. I really care and genuinely care about them, their assets, their coverage, their horses, their animals. I go to the barn and literally I will show up at the barn and start bathing horses just because I love them so much.
Describe the energy here in Wellington and what it's like to be here for someone that's never maybe experienced the equestrian scene here in South Florida.
This year is an Olympic year, as we all know, and we're all #Road to Versailles. So the Olympic riders are here prepping for Paris, which is very exciting. And then I come here, well, to watch them. I love to bring people here that have not been here that much, and you can really get up close and personal with the equine and the human athlete, and it fascinates people. I'll take them in this ring, the international ring, come and do presentations on the weekends and watch my horses go, my clients' horses, and congratulate them. We're here on Saturday nights for Saturday Night Lights, which is fabulous. Everyone needs to come for that. There's shopping, there's restaurants, you have the VIPs to come to. This is the longest and biggest horse show in the world, even for people who do ride. That have not been here, they come here. This is the goal. Everyone's like, oh my God, you ride at WEF, they call it WEF, Winter Equestrian Festival. You ride there, oh wow, it's amazing. Even for horse people to come here at a certain level if they come from out of town. This is super impressive. It's the best riding in the world. It's just, there's nothing better. There's no better feeling in the world. And it amazes me how many people live so close and don't come here. There's so much for the family that even if you don't ride or have anything to do with horses, it's certainly a good lesson for the kids to come here and see what goes on. It's very inspirational to see the Olympic riders and the best show jumping in the world right here.
South Florida Daily is on the move with Palm Tran.
Here in the Palm Beaches, horsing around takes on a whole new meaning. I'm here at the Winter Equestrian Festival in Wellington, Florida. This is Liza Boyd, a 3-time world-class champion hunter rider. Can you tell me about this incredible festival?
Yeah, this is just an amazing place to be able to spend the winter. We have 12 rings here for the entire season. People come here from January to April. The top hunters and jumpers in the country all meet here, and actually the world meet here to spend their winter and compete. You see hunters here, you see jumpers. They also have some dressage, which is across the street at a different venue. The hunters, which are behind me, actually, you'll see the hunter jumps are a little bit more similar to what you see out in the fox hunting country. It is judged on style, the form of the horse, the elegance, a little bit more like figure skating is how the hunters are judged. It's a subjective scoring system versus the jumpers is a little bit more like ice hockey, fastest time, clear round, huge jumps, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. So you have it all here at the Winter Equestrian Festival.
So these horses here range from $100,000 to over $10 million. What does it take to be a world champion hunter rider?
Hard work, dedication, and it's a team sport. It's not just only about the rider. You have to have a horse that really trusts you, has the ability, but that you have the bond between horse and rider to really make it happen and get the high scores.
And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since the day I came home from the hospital. I was set on a horse. So
oh my gosh.
Since I was a baby, I started riding. It's a family business. We're based out of Camden, South Carolina. My brother's here, Hardin Towel, doing the jumpers. My daughter rides. She's 9, doing the small pony hunters over at Pony Island is what they call it. You know, this is such a great place to see my friends from all over the country, all over the world. I have a lot of friends from Canada that are here. You can't beat the weather here in South Florida. There's just no better place to be, and we really love spending our winters here.
So do you guys practice 6 days a week?
We do.
Wow.
We practice Tuesday to Sunday, and then we really enjoy our Mondays to shop and travel and go to the beaches, and then back to work again first thing Tuesday morning.
Wow.
We do this for the love of the animal, and these animals bring so much joy to our lives. It really is very unique from other sports, as you're working with an animal and you really have to work together to accomplish the goals. So it's a lot of bonding with the animal, and great responsibility for young kids to learn to take care of an animal and nurture them and bring these young horses along. There's so much to learn at this festival because you see all different types of riders. There's a lot of people from Germany here who have a little bit of a different style than the Americans. I would say my style is a little bit more of a forward seat. I'm quite a soft rider, but the fun thing is you can learn so much about all different styles from all around the world here. So let's head over to the warm-up arena and we can watch some of these hunters preparing for their class.
All right, let's do it.
Her soil is her fortune. For years, that's how locals have described Belle Glade and its rich, dark, and incredibly fertile soil known as black gold. Every spring, the city of Belle Glade welcomes residents and neighbors from South Bay and Pahokee for an end-of-harvest season celebration called the Black Gold Jubilee. There's a Main Street parade, a 5K run and walk at the Torrey Island campground, fabulous food, music, and fireworks to close out the show. And it happens every April in Belle Glade. The Glades is also home to the Muck Bowl, where rivals from Glades Central High School and Pahokee battle it out on the football field every November. Glades Central has won 6 state championships and has produced more National Football League players than any other county. It's easy to see why these students proudly bleed maroon and gold.
Muck Bowl is like watching the Super Bowl.
Many athletes have come and worn this maroon and gold from the early 70s until now.
Playing football at Glades Central was just like a dream come true.
Ever since I was a kid, I used to come over here with my dad, and my dad used to always tell me, I want you to play for Glades Central when you grow up. And it means a lot.
Many people around the world knows about Raider football. Yeah, Glades Central is football.
A lot of the pressure is on, no question about it, because there's a lot of expectation on the program to go out and do well.
Playing on this football field and you make a play, everybody gonna remember you for making that one play. They gonna remember your name. They also gonna remember that time when you mess up.
Nothing's given away to football. You gotta work for it.
All these kids are really striving in the classroom academically. On average, pretty much everybody up here have a 2.5 or better GPA.
Everybody here been playing football since a younger age, so they know what it takes to be like a hard worker.
They all say that, football is the way out. Not just as a saying, but they do understand that education is the key.
And welcome to Pets in Paradise, a show that takes you to spectacular destinations that roll out the red carpet for travelers and their pets. Today, we're visiting the Palm Beaches, and there's no better place to start a trip to the Palm Beaches than right here at Juno Beach.
Thanks for joining us here on South Florida Daily. Hopefully you feel inspired to get out and explore someplace new in South Florida.
We can't wait to show you what else we have in store. Come back and join us tomorrow at noon on Fox 29.